Hello, everybody. It's Sonny Estrada, your favorite, here at Poteet Homes. You are now joining us at our Poteet Homes podcast. We are very excited today because we have another very special guest. This guest of ours is a family friend and is here in Poteet, Texas. He has a few investments that are rental properties, and he's also taking lead of a youth sports organization, the Atascosa County Aggies. That organization serves about 300 youth kids, and they play football, baseball, basketball, volleyball, and a whole bunch of other sports that they serve. This special guest of ours is an all around gentleman. We're going to talk today about his experience utilizing our services with Jennifer as the lender and with us as Poteet Homes, helping him and consulting him through the process. So without further ado, I have Jennifer here today. How about you tell us hello, Jennifer?
Hello, everyone.
Doesn't her voice sound so lovely today? I know all of you listeners really enjoy listening to her.
Thanks, Sunny.
Well, I'm just saying, y'all almost kicked me out of the podcast, so I'm glad that didn't happen because it would be such hostility in our house. And on, you want to cut it there? And so as we move along now with our special guest, his name is Justin Ramirez. And Justin, thank you so much for coming this morning and joining us here on this podcast. Justin, how about you tell us a little bit about yourself today, man?
First of all, thank you for the invite, guys.
Absolutely.
A little about myself. My name is Justin Ramirez again. Graduated in 2007 from Poteet. Been here my whole life. Went to college, finished it, got 2 degrees. I'm embedded here in Poteet. That's my main goal, is to be here my whole life. And like you said, we work together on a youth program, and that's our main goal, is to better our community.
Right.
So, and again, thanks to Jen with all the help she's given me with my loans. So that's about what I want to give a shout out to my wife, Brittany Ramirez, my kids, Jocelyn, Easton, and Anna.
The backbone. Yep.
Yes,
Backbone.
That's the main reason of living right now, is for them. Everything
awesome.
I do is for them.
That's great. That's great. Well, I know you mentioned that you had a couple degrees in college. Maybe just tell us briefly about what are those degrees in. You know, what was your college experience briefly like, and then we could kind of move into some of your experiences through purchasing rental properties, or how you purchased your first property, and then now kind of got to you where you're at today. Start with your degree, and we could kind of continue and elaborate on some of your life experiences.
Yeah, so I went to college, went local, got my degree in psychology, and I actually double majored in sociology as well.
Nice.
So I mean, it was a little bit more work, but it was worth having 2 degrees more than one. So that's why I went ahead and did both of them. It has helped me out in life. I'm glad I got the education. Uh, without it, I don't think I would be where I'm at now. And that's what we try to instill with our kids and our community kids as well in our program.
I know Jennifer and I have been very impressed with your accomplishments, and especially in your life. I mean, we talk about it all the time. How about certain people in our life and what they mean to us, and you're a part of that conversation when we look at those people that are staples in the community, those people that are leading the community, and what it should be like in being, a young adult, a young man, taking responsibility for his family, and not taking really much for granted and leaving it, up to chance. You kind of are taking the proactive approach as instead of taking the reactive approach. And Jennifer, right? I mean, I know you know about those conversations. We have them together about how Justin and Brittany kind of are impressive.
Yeah. And they're establishing a future for not only themselves but their kids, in these investment properties. something you can hand off, to different generations, and they can kind of take over and hopefully grow that even bigger than what you have. And so, yeah, I wanted to bring Justin in today and talk to him about his residential units. Right now, I think you have 3, Justin.
Yes.
And kind of wanted to go over, I think he financed each one differently.
Yes, I've actually went through all the
of them.
financing.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I
I've
thought
done
you'd
them
be
all.
a good candidate for that. So, guys, if you've never invested in an investment property or a second home, anything like that, you can do it in any form. Justin, in his first one, did owner finance.
Yes, owner finance was the first one.
That's awesome.
And how did that work? What were the details, or what was?
Well, okay, so the first one, it's a crazy story. So the
tell us, man, tell us.
The first one was a house that it was in bad shape, so there was no loan able to get it. But on the other side of that, we didn't have the greatest credit. When you're young, you don't know how important credit is.
True.
So we actually stumbled upon this deal. Brittany found it, so we hit it up, and when I bought it, I said, "Oh, a month we'll be in this house." A year and a half later, a lot of struggles, mental struggles. We were in the house. So
you lived in there?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
cool.
yeah.
Okay, so you owner financed it, moved in there. Okay, great. Okay, continue. Yeah.
Yeah. So the owner finance, what it was, we wanted this was going to be our little dream house, So we put a lot of work into it. It cost this amount. It was a little amount, but it was enough to what we could afford at that time.
Yeah, for sure.
So the big key was to get it ready for my family. I had a family I was young and I had a family, so I had to do something. So that owner finance really helped me out to get me started.
And kind of what were the terms with? I know owner finances vary depending on the owner and what they're comfortable with. But how did it work for you? Did you have to put a large down payment or?
So the house, like I said, it wasn't in the greatest conditions, so we got a pretty good deal on it. So we paid X amount, which is $45,000. We had to put $5,000 down. He actually gave us a year of where we paid rent. So we paid rent for it, because all owner finance deals can be different.
Yeah, for
sure.
sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the first year of rent actually went towards the $45,000. So that was a great
blessing.
Yeah. So we paid $900 in rent, $1,000 in rent. So that knocked off
principal.
Yeah, it knocked off a lot. So and that was interest free. That was the main part that we tried to go for, was the interest free. And then after that, yes, it did. For the 4 years we did pay on it, it had a 5% interest rate.
Okay, so then y'all did like a 5-year term with the owner? Is that what it was?
Yeah, yes, and he made the interest off of it. So, and like
Which
I
is
said,
still 5% is still a good deal, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't complain being 24, 23 at the time and getting some type of deal like that.
Cool, man. So you have this owner financed home. You lived in there for how long did you live in there? How long was it until you actually moved on to the home you live in now?
Well, to elaborate on that, okay, so you bought it for $45,000. How much did you spend? Because y'all did renovate it.
Yes.
Do you know how much more or less y'all spent on renovating?
So the renovation part was tricky. That's where actually I learned a lot, because I have more rentals now, and I actually do most of the work myself. So if there's a plumbing issue, electrical issue, electrical a little bit, but I learned a lot because we did a lot to that house. RIP to my father-in-law, Vernon. He's the one that helped me a massive amount on that house. This house was a total gut, from electrical, everything. So I learned to do plumbing, everything on that house. We actually even leveled it. It was a heartache for a while. A year into it, I was like, what am I doing?
Well, and most rentals are, because you don't know what to expect. You open up those walls and it seems like one thing after another, but I mean.
So 45, you would say 45, and then we put another maybe 20 to 30 into it. So 70 to 80,000 all the way in.
And so we recently did a cash out
on
that property for Justin, and it appraised for what, 130?
What's a cash out? Like you talking about?
Cash out. So it's basically like Justin, at this time, he owned it free and clear. And so we're able to finance 80% of the value. So what we do is request an appraisal, which you'll pay for out of pocket. $500 to $700. They come in, they give an evaluation on your home, which was it 130, 135,
Oh,
Justin?
wow.
Yes, it was a exciting amount. I think
Yes.
it was 130 to 140,
So you
somewhere
put
around
about
there.
$80K in,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
then a few years later, you appraise it for 130 plus, and
Yes.
you could take 80% of that as cash.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Oh,
80%
dang.
of that,
Okay.
he got that back. And then, which leads us to our second investment property, right? So we did the cash out. He went and bought a second investment property with that cash.
Mm-hmm. And so yes, that's why we did the cash out just for my second rental property, and with that money we ended up buying another house. And by the way, we got great interest rates on it as well. It was around a 3
On the cash out refinance?
on the cash out. Yes,
Oh,
it was
man.
around the 3.
Okay.
So that money was great to have. I mean, it's still great to have because I still
It's
have
cheap.
some of
Yeah,
it.
it's
Yes.
cheap money.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep. That's money you have in your account. Because the value of the house is great, but when you able to get money out of true money for it, that's what makes.
And you still have the asset, right?
Yes,
Because that
you
home,
still have the
that
asset.
home that you were living in for 5 years because you moved out of it now, it has a renter that pays you $1,000 a
Yes,
month too, right?
$1,000,
So it's
yes.
paying off your cash out refinance loan, technically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And then so
Wow.
we got our second house. That one's paying the same, $1,000. That's $2,000 to pay off
Jeez.
one loan, and still have
Good job, man.
a good cash flow either way. If I wanted to pay that $2,000 towards the bill or keep it.
Yeah.
So
And I know that you got a good deal for that second home as well, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Thank you to my cousin. They're actually in North Carolina right now. So blessing to having that home as well. They gave me a great deal. I couldn't resist it. And I don't know if y'all know this, with that refinance as well, I ended up buying another house.
Oh, wow.
third
the
Yeah,
third
so
one.
we have a third
Dang.
house. So we're
Okay.
just trying to figure out what we're gonna do with that house. It looks exactly like my first house. So I don't know if I want to go through that again, but I mean I would. But there's a lot of factors going into it. I know you guys probably see it too with the lumber. That's
Oh, yeah.
that's the main thing I look at when I go to the store now. I'm like, well, I need this lumber, and it's quadruple the
Expensive.
price.
Yeah. No, it
we,
is.
we understand that. And, the things that we talk about with our clients is, some of these material costs are going up. But just like you mentioned earlier, the money's cheap right now. So I'm not saying it offsets the lumber inflation as opposed to how it correlates to the interest rate. But, it still is a very, sweet moment in the real estate market to get in and buy your third house and maybe flip it, or get with us and we could demo it and build a new construction home and partner up with
Yep.
you. So there's so many possibilities whenever you have an asset like real estate. And so anyways, man, that's awesome. I didn't even know about the third property.
Yeah,
so that's
I'm
cool.
actually excited to have that property, and we're just gonna see where it leads. And the value of having properties for my family is amazing. We have that. You want to have different cash flows. I have my job now. I got my rentals. I got my stocks, but the rentals are great physical assets.
Yeah.
That's why I like them. And I know I've spoken with Jen about even getting more, maybe 5-6 more of them.
Yeah, so we had taken, real quick on that, we had taken Justin to some property we had found in Jordanton. I believe it was 3 units,
Yep.
Sonny, in
Yes, that's
Jordanton, that
correct.
they
3
were
units,
selling that
like a
were
triplex.
rentals. And so if y'all don't know, Cardinal can finance 1 to 4 residential units. So if there's, apartments out there, as long as it doesn't exceed 4 units, we can help you finance those as well. So we had taken Justin over there to take a look at them, kind of do some cash flow analysis on them and see if it would benefit him to purchase those. What we've also seen in following other podcasters and investment people is that you want to look for units already rented out. It's an easier process to get approved for with a lender, because we can use that income that the renters are already paying to offset the cost for you on the home, on the purchase.
Like the
So-
mortgage, basically,
Yes,
right?
Yes.
and that was actually something I didn't know.
Dang.
Yeah, people think
gonna have
that,
to get with you, Jen.
1 to 4 residential units, I can't afford that.
Yes.
You do have to put some money down, so we will require around 15 to 20% down. But as far as your residual income or that monthly income, your DTI, we use what the renters are paying to offset that, which is really cool.
Yes, and that's something, like I said, I didn't know, and I wasn't aware of it. So when I looked at it, oh, it's $300,000. Oh, I can't afford it because it's not going to be higher than my debt to income ratio. But that actually, if I'm not correct, right, it goes into it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it actually makes your debt income ratio better.
Yes, it
And
does. Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe even better. You're right, because you might be
Mhm.
making more than what you're
Exactly.
actually owed to
Mhm.
Cardinal and Jennifer there.
Mhm.
Um, well, I think it's important to know that when you come in and maybe you are building a house with us or buying a house with us here, we're still thinking of ways to make your life better. We still bring up these ideas, and we kind of look, Jennifer, myself, and Justin. I mean, we have the experience to probably even consult some of you guys. So whenever y'all come into the office and you're like, thank you so much, this house is beautiful, we just got into our dream home, you don't stop thinking real estate there, guys. Like, it's not over just because you got your home. Let's continue to have you look into investing in real estate with Jennifer, and with Justin on this podcast. You could kind of hear a real life experience and how it's been a positive effect for his family. So we encourage you guys to not only look at us as a one stop for only one aspect of real estate. We're professionals, and we want you to know more about real estate. And Jennifer, Justin, I mean, I know it's been life changing for y'all to be in real estate, and with Cardinal Financial, it pretty much allows some of those things to come to light.
Yeah, so again, Justin, let's kind of recap over everything. You have your 3 units now, did a cash out, did a owner finance. What would you recommend to everyone listening?
Honestly, would recommend, if you find something, just do it. That was the main thing. If you just do it, yes, it can be scary. You know what I mean? It can be scary, but the what you can get in the end result could be great for you and your family. So that's the main thing that people don't understand. If you're holding on to a chunk of money and it's just an account, it's not doing nothing there. Why not go and invest it? Invest it somewhere. Invest it in a house. Invest it in stocks. Whatever it is, just don't be scared that you're gonna lose your money. If you're doing it smart, and if you already have money saved up, you're already smart. So use it. Go get with Jen. See about buying a duplex. Let them find you something. They will. Am I not correct? You guys will help them.
Yes, and so another cool thing that I forgot to talk about is, so let's say, like Justin said, go out there and purchase a 1 to 4 residential unit. Well, let's say you don't have a home. You've never purchased a home. You're a first-time home buyer, and you want to live in one of those units. We can actually finance it for 3.5% down. Yeah, it's like you're
Insane.
getting a home. Yeah, so it's not considered an investment property. You're actually going to live in one of the units, kind of rent out the other two, get some cash flow. I mean, yeah, for the single people out there, or even people just wanting to invest and get their feet wet in this investment, I'd highly suggest, reaching out and doing an application for a 1 to 4 residential, kind of seeing what we can do to help you.
Well, yeah, Justin also brought up the fact that we're able to assist you locate some of these properties in the area. We have a huge list of properties that are coming to market, that are on the market, that will be available, that they're in decent shape, and we are able to have those conversations with our local community members, and they reach out to us for advice and tell us, hey guys, we're thinking of selling this house. Let us know if you have anybody in mind, and we essentially could connect you behind the scenes. Or at worst case, if it's on the market, obviously we provide that service to assist you in finding that perfect investment home as well. So good call on that, Justin.
Yeah,
We definitely could do that.
And we do have an Excel sheet that you don't know how to basically calculate whether this is a good investment or how much it'll pay you out. We have an Excel sheet that we can provide y'all that kind of, you fill in the numbers on the property and what it's receiving in rent, and we can help, based on that, tell you whether it's worth your investment or not. Or maybe, hey, we offer a lower price, go in at a lower price and up rent or something like that. We can kind of help guide you on what it needs.
Yeah, it's a very useful tool that goes through the purchase price, that goes through the rental income, goes through the expenses that you will be taking on, and kind of foreshadows that for you. And it's a quick add in these input these calculations, and it spits it out very quickly. And that's a tool that we rely on highly. And so that's what we'll be using for any of our clients that come in here and try to see if a certain investment is worth taking.
So, one thing I want to talk to Justin about too. So, what do you say for people that want to invest in single family homes, right?
Mhm.
On property management, because I know on all your units, you manage them yourself. What would you say, or what would you recommend?
Well, I mean, there's certainly other things you can do. Like I manage my own properties. I know you can get someone to manage your properties, and I don't even know if you guys do that or not. But
Maybe very soon we might. Yeah, we
Yes.
might bring somebody on with that expertise.
yeah. So property management, it's a fun job, you know, because in the end, there's 12 months where I don't have to do anything, and I get cash flow for those 12 months. But then there'll be that one day where a pipe busts and I have to get down and get dirty, you know. But like I said, it's worth it. It's in the end, it's worth it. Renting houses is worth it. I think, you know. There's the other part where you can buy and sell, all that. I haven't got into that. That's not my game. Right now, mine's rentals. I want to have 30 rentals. I want to have 40 rentals, you know. And the property manager by then would be not me. There's
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah.
I think it kind of benefits you because you're a handyman. You know, you can kind of do a lot of the stuff yourself. But maybe for someone that doesn't know, they should try to consider doing a property manager.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they're not very expensive either. I mean, they could oversee your rental and kind of deliver monthly or weekly reports, and you kind of give them a budget, right? So, say for an example, like Justin, I ain't gonna lie, like I had to bring this up. Every time there's an issue at his rentals, we see about it on Facebook with his face all muddy and his boots all, wet.
You know, the main thing is I'm stingy. You know, I'm stingy with my money. That's you can ask my wife on that part. But you know, when I'm under that house, I very much think about property management when I'm under there. You're right about that. You know, I'll be digging a trench or something, thinking in my head like, why? But like I said, it's not an everyday occurrence for me right now. I'm sure if I had 10 of them, 20 of them, that's something definitely that's gonna have to come to light, because there's no way I can manage.
Absolutely.
And oversee those,
Mhm.
yeah.
Well, and just this in this last a few years is when you started kind of getting more and more rentals. So I'm sure you'll experience that here sooner than later, because you are investing aggressively, and that's a reason why Jen and I had been impressed kind of with your moves. So hopefully, you'll be able to get that property management soon, because that means you'll have more homes invested in.
That's actually just a level up, is
Right.
what I say. You always try to level up in life, you know, and that might be my next goal, is to have a property manager. That means I've leveled up. I can't handle the load I have now, and that's
Right.
a great problem to have.
True.
You know, so that's a great problem to have. And like I said, it's about life is about being aggressive when it comes to, you know, your money management and my portfolio. Like I said, it's a mixture of my work, my wife's work, my stocks, my crypto.
Yep, crypto.
And my rentals properties. So the more you have, the better set you are. You know, the less you have to worry about, hey, oh my God, Brittany lost her job, or I lost my job. If I have this backup income, you know, that
protected.
Yes, and that's
and
exactly
speaking
what
on
it
that,
is.
I mean, my dad, he didn't work for a whole year with this corona, you know, shut down, and thankfully he had the income from his duplexes that he was able to use, you know, to help him as much as it could throughout this whole year. So yeah, you're right, Justin.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. And that's what people got to remember, is you're not getting these investments, just because, I want to make a few $100. No, you're actually adding a level of protection to your family. So you definitely have the ability to make moves, you want to transition into a new job, you want to transition to a new career, well, you could take those leaps of faith a little bit more confident because now you have these rental properties, you have your stocks, you have your crypto, which Poteet Homes may consider accepting crypto. No, I don't know, man.
Hello.
I don't want to
Elon
inflate the
Musk?
crypto market right
Oh,
now.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
we're gonna keep
okay.
it, you know.
Yeah.
But
What it is it makes your risk go down when you have other incomes. You know what I mean? It doesn't make you rely on just, hey, I work this job and that's all I have. You know, so that's what I think about my rentals. You know, I have backups. I have a great job. I've had a great job. I love my job. Murphy Oil, shout out. Um, that's my baby. I love that job. I don't ever want to lose that job, but if I did, at least I have backups where I can manage myself because I have these rentals. And hopefully in 10 years, I have 10 rentals, you know. That'll be an extra to what, $10,000 a month?
yeah,
I mean, yes, you're going to minus your whatever
Expenses, yeah.
your expenses, your taxes, and all that. And that's something to keep in mind as well. You know, just because you think I make $2,000, it's really not. You know, I got my loan I have to consider. I got my taxes I have to consider. But it's still a great thing to have. And if anyone is interested in that, I definitely would give Sonny and Jen a shout because, like I said, it's just getting that foot in the door is the main thing.
well, that's a great aspect of it, Justin. I mean, going back to kind of the financing part of it, because we've now heard your experience, your story, and how it's been a positive attribute in your life, but we haven't really touched on the credit score and how does that change at all or anything like that when you're doing one of these cash out refinances? Like, is it kind of similar to buying a home? You know?
Well, for cash outs, you want to be at a 620 minimum.
Okay.
That's what you need to be at, a 620. I highly recommend, though, because it will be a conventional loan, to be higher because that's going to help your overall file, you know, your overall profile with us, your assets, stuff like that. Like I mentioned, if you wanted to go and buy your first property and live in one, you can get in with the 580.
And that's because it's like FHA or something, right?
FHA.
So it's a first time home buyers program that you're able to invest with technically, but it's not considered an investment loan. So therefore you could pay only 3.5% down. That's
Yeah, and so
amazing.
something really cool. I actually did a TBD on a client who is foreseeing that they want to purchase a 1 to 4 residential. They are going to go conventional, but they were able to qualify with their credit score on a DPA, which is a down payment assistance program for the down payment requirement on that. So they're going to have to come with less to closing, you know,
That's
or if
insane.
anything, yeah.
Yeah, and more people could do that. So they're buying a house or investment, or what are they doing with
It's
that?
it's an investment. I think the one
Dang.
that they liked was around 3 units. They were gonna live in one, but with
Jeez.
his credit
That's so
score,
smart.
yeah, he qualified for a DPA, and so
Why didn't you tell me about that? No, I'm just kidding.
And then they don't even have to pay for their mortgage. The other two will
Zero.
pay for it.
yeah. And then when he's
Well,
ready
and
to
make
buy
that.
his home, so you will have to live in there a year. And when he's ready, let's say he wants to get a single family, you know, maybe he had kids, something like that, purchase his home, and now he has all 3 being rented, using
Wow.
it to offset his DTI and show more income. Yeah, it's a win-win.
So I think for Justin, he was really young getting in the game, and maybe that's a good take that all you younger generations out there that may have been at HEB for 3 years now, or maybe working as a teacher for your second year, why not think about your future and essentially make a smart move in buying one of these rental properties that has up to 4 units, live in one for a year, or what is it, Jen?
Yeah, a year.
Okay, so that's required, I guess. Okay, so you have to live in a year per se, but after that, it's on to the next because Jennifer will then get you qualified based on the rental income that you get from your first purchase. That's a washout, and so now it's actually a positive cash flow and will help you buy an even bigger home or build a home with us.
Yeah,
That's
we
basically
could.
our goal is get you set up to accomplish your dreams and steps. And if you're in your 20 to 30 area range, I would highly recommend reaching out to Jennifer. Jennifer, where can these clients reach out to you on? What's the best way to contact you?
Best way to contact me would be through email at jennifer.estrada at cardinalfinancial.com. There I can respond, as soon as I see that. Or you can call me, 210-687-9251. Those are really good ways to contact me. And I can share my link through those sites as well. And that way, if you want to apply or ask me any questions, I can help you.
And if there's something I haven't talked about is the interest rates itself right now.
Oh yeah, good point on that.
Man, on my loans, I've hit the jackpot on the interest rates. So
yeah, we did a refinance on Justin's primary residence, and we were able to get him 1.8.
It was I believe a 2%.
Oh, 2%.
Gosh.
Yeah.
And so you had the home that you had owner financed. You rented that out, and then you went to your home that you live in now, bought it 5 years ago, whatever it was, and then refinance when? Like, when did you refinance the house?
So we actually been in the house 4 years. We refinanced, last year?
Yeah, in like October.
August? Yeah, it should be almost
not
a year
even long
now.
ago then.
Yeah.
No, not long ago. But what was really cool about Justin's is we did the refi, but he was able to get his mortgage insurance off because his loan to value, the value in his house had increased. That we were able to get an appraisal waiver. He didn't have to pay for an appraisal. And we had put in the system that it was valued at what, Justin? Do you remember? I can't even. 380?
Yeah, 350, I think, was enough
there.
to get it by without that.
Appraisal.
To drop that,
Yeah.
to drop
Mortgage
out
insurance,
that
right?
mortgage insurance
Yeah.
out. And that
Which
was a
is-
big key.
Geez, so
That was an extra $3,000 that goes straight to my mortgage instead of paying it to nobody, It was just someone getting
and
the
that
money
was all
for it.
just because you and Jennifer talked about that strategy and
Yeah,
Yes,
Justin was my first client, so I'm really
Dang.
thankful, Justin. They
Yeah.
were.
that's
Yeah.
awesome, man.
Yeah, that was a great experience to see. So basically, give it a little background. I was 27 years left on my mortgage, and it dropped to 15. We got a 15-year mortgage now, and it stayed the same price. So I literally saved probably $1 million. If
Yeah, it feels like.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you think about it, that's almost 10 years, right? About 10 years? No, 12
More,
years.
Well, yeah.
12, and if
Plus
you,
the interest.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. It's probably close to $1 million with what I paid, and you times that by it was a lump sum of savings. And like I said, I tried telling everyone refinance right now.
And rates are still good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Rates are really good.
It'll be good for a while.
yeah, but don't wait. Give her a call because you can save money. And like I said, I saved 12 years off my mortgage just by and don't get me wrong, I was pretty nervous. Sometimes I wanted to get out of it
Yeah,
because
he tried.
it's confusing. It really is. It's confusing, but in the end, it works out way to your advantage right now. So if you have that 5% right now, come on, try to get your 2% like I did. And at that time, I didn't have the greatest credit either when I got that 2%. So you can do it. You can do it. I would definitely, if you have a house right now, refinance it.
Well, I know that refinance, which we're very grateful that you came and allowed Jennifer to serve you there and your family. But after you refinanced your home, it seems like you kind of made some big moves right after that. Even though, yes, you had your few rentals.
He trusted me after that.
Yeah, that was So that was actually the first loan was the refinance,
yeah.
and then after that, I felt comfortable enough to
Got the green light.
Yep, to make the other move with the other loan. So yeah, I mean,
the
Cardinal,
cash out,
yep,
right?
Yep, Cardinals helped me out all the way through, and like I said, I'm pretty blessed to have Jennifer and help me out through that process, And like I said, it's scary. It really is. Even the refinance is scary, but once you get through with it's mind blowing the money you save. And like I said, everything can be scary in life, but if you can get through it, the reward can be great. And I've seen it firsthand. That's why I think you guys had me here to tell my story about it, because it's put me at another level. Even having that money in my account. It's nice to see. I mean, I don't want to say how much I got in my account now, but it's
We'll
nice.
just add a screenshot.
Yeah,
to the video.
put a screenshot up of it. But no, it's nice. It really is nice to be able to do, and I know I have to pay that. It's a loan, but the
It was
money.
cheap
But your
money.
renters are paying it.
Yes,
You know?
Technically, yeah.
the renters are paying it, and this is the money I have on hand. And like I said, that money is not just sitting there; it's investing somewhere.
Yeah, you're making it work for yourself, and
Yes.
that's the biggest thing that all of you listeners kind of got to take from this is, we have Justin here, we have Jennifer, we have our production director Juan, and all in all, guys, iron sharpens iron, and so the thought process that Justin is having on trying to level up, you essentially want to associate yourself with that mindset of leveling up, whatever that means to you, right? Whether it means in your spiritual life, whether it means financially, whether that means in your relationship at home, it's just overall leveling up, and surrounding yourself with that type of mindset will then create some of these life-changing events. And at the end of the day, it's all driven by, our God and Savior that's helping us connect with these people that we all jive with, and continue to sharpen each other overall. And just to throw that in there, guys, that's what Jennifer and I are pretty much grateful for.
And the thing is, you're gonna have your ups and downs. You know what I mean? There's gonna be some downs. I've had my downs in my life. I'm sure you guys had your downs, but it's how you fight back. It's this one thing. It's if you fight back, and from that low, sometimes you're gonna hit the low. But if there's only one way to go, that's what I say. There's only one way to go is back up. Life ain't easy, guys. I mean, I'm sure y'all know it too. It's hard, but if you fight to level up, that's my big saying is level up. Every time I do something, I see my account go up, I say it's leveling up.
Hashtag, yeah.
$5,000 in my account. 5 years ago, I was a baller.
Yeah.
10,000 2 years ago, and then wherever I'm at now, it's just setting up my life. It's all for my kids, to be honest with you. I want them to have everything they want in life. And that's what I strive for. I work hard for my family, and I know every single one of y'all that listen to this are doing the same.
Right.
And if my story helps out, guys. I'm from Poteet. You don't ever hear positive things come out of Poteet, but there's some great people, if not everyone, that come out of small towns. And I'm not saying I'm great. I'm just saying I'm working my butt off I'm trying to be great for my family. That's who I'm trying to be great for. But if this helps out anyone, that's the main goal.
Right.
That's my goal.
Yeah, you've always been kind of that go-getter, that mindset that is positive, and you've essentially been creating a culture around this community that we go back to the youth sports organization that you're essentially directing, and how you've created from 100 athletes to now over 300 athletes, to now you directing a new development for a football field that Atascosa County Aggies partnered with.
Mm-hmm.
And so again, guys, this goes with you make your own world be leveled up, right? You can't concern yourself with the outside parameters. The loss of a loved one is affecting your family, but you got to kind of find a way to positively use that and take that as fuel to leave a new legacy behind, and not get caught up in all the outside worldly things of this of what's going on. So it's important to make the best you, the best version of you is essentially how all of this begins, and being confident in that.
You can't control the world. You can control what you do. So and that's what I try to, like I said, the organization, we've came through downs, you know what I mean? When, like I said, we've hit rock bottom too in the organization. Look where we are now. We're having our own fields built. We don't have to listen to anyone anymore. We don't have to. Our destiny is controlled by us now, and that's what's great about it. It's and what it is we're following. I'm not saying it's just me, because my wife does most of the work. I just look good in front of everyone.
You look real good, yeah.
Yeah, I just look like I know what I'm doing. But
kind of like me, babe.
Yeah, same concept. But honestly, we're trying to manage our organization like we're managing our life, and like we teach these kids, it's not just football.
True.
You know what I mean? You're trying to teach them life. You know what I mean? If you're not doing it, if you're just coaching football, just on that level, then you're not doing it right, because you're trying to level these kids up. You know what I mean? You want one of them to come out and be the president, the United States. You want them to be senators. You want them to do whatever you can. You want to do whatever you can to save those kids. You know what I mean? To make sure they're on the right journey. And I think we're doing a great job of it. I mean,
pretty much only the beginning, man. And so I mean, that's what we're excited about. And Jennifer, kind of for me is the backbone in our family, and she's kind of established herself as Cardinal Financial. She's opened herself up to her own new business, and I'm proud of you in that aspect, babe. Basically, is where I'm going with that.
And you just
So,
want to,
for the record,
you just want to surround yourself with great people. You know what I mean? And I consider y'all great people as well.
Thanks,
you know
bro.
what I mean? And if you surround yourself with great people, it's just the sky's the limit. You know what I mean? Jennifer with Cardinal Financial now, Sonny with Poteet Homes, and y'all combined it. It's a one-stop shop now. You know what I mean? One-stop shop. So that's something to be proud of, guys, for sure.
Thanks a lot, Justin. We appreciate you being here with us, and for your insight is priceless. Some of these things that I didn't even know about you, that you let all of us know about, and thanks a lot for opening up on that part.
Yeah, thanks, Justin. We appreciate you being here. I know it was last minute, but I'm glad it worked out, really, because you're a perfect candidate for what we're trying to do on this podcast. Maybe we'll bring you back for a little crypto segment.
Yeah, hopefully, if it goes the right way.
Yeah, only if it's positive, right? Well, I guess it might be in a few years, but maybe we'll accept crypto as a Poteet Homes deal.
If you see me in my Gucci outfit one day,
Gucci belt.
Yeah, if you see me with my Gucci belt on, then yeah, we'll have another podcast for sure.
All right. Well, I think it's a great time to share again, Jennifer, ways to contact you, because again, this podcast was geared how to get your financing in line with Jennifer to help you invest. And so Jennifer, maybe tell us some ways to contact you again, and also maybe some of your last tips, if you could help us to maybe make better decisions and what to look out for. Because I ain't gonna lie, like, you mentioned some things today that I didn't even know, and I'm kind of like upset with you. No, I'm just kidding.
The DPA?
Yeah, like, you're making me.
All of
Hey,
it.
well, in
I
my defense,
refinanced
because I'm your
and-
wife, I can't finance you. So we'll get mad at Candace when she comes to the next podcast.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna rip
kind of
her.
upset about the like, oh, I can live in an apartment and have the other ones pay for it. How did you just know about this?
We're gonna go off the mic real quick.
No, yeah. So a good way to reach me again is at my email, jennifer.estrada@cardinalfinancial.com. Phone number 210-687-9251. And if I don't answer my cell phone, please leave me a voicemail so I know who you are. You can also contact me on the Poteet Homes phone number as well. So 210-201-3570, and shoot an email to info@poteet-homes.com.
Well, and with all that, that brings us to the conclusion of today's podcast. We want to remind you that you always got to stay positive in your life, and hopefully our podcast will help you at least direct that in your life. And don't forget to reach out to us on Facebook. Please message us. Please come in and set up your consultation. It's totally free. We have years of experience, decades of knowledge, and firsthand experiences that we would just love to sit with you and discuss for 30 minutes to an hour what it's going to take for you in your life to take the next step and #level up. Make sure you reach out to us also on Instagram. Please share all of our content. We're actually releasing more content on YouTube, so you can look us up at Poteet Homes on YouTube and watch these videos as we are doing these podcasts. So again, thank you guys so much. We appreciate y'all. Continue to share, continue to like, and Jennifer, any last thoughts? Justin, how about you, Justin? You want to give last thoughts?
Just-
Sorry, guys, I froze.
She froze
No,
on
you
that
have your
one.
chance. You'll have your chance.
Two things. You just gotta do it, guys. The main thing is the investment part is real. It can make you some money. So get in contact with them. If you're trying to do something, I'm telling you, they have the knowledge to help you out, and it could be life changing. So it's just putting that foot forward. And last thing, our shout out to our Atascosa County Aggies. We have 3 of them in the championship.
What?
Yes.
Let's go.
Congrats.
Let's go.
They play tomorrow, so we have the JV at 11:30, my team freshman at 2:00, and varsity at 5:30.
Where y'all playing at?
Somerset High School.
Very
Somerset,
nice.
nice.
So if you can come out, come support our organization. We'll definitely want to see y'all there if you're listening to this.
Good luck, man, this weekend. I know you guys are gonna kick some butt.
Yes, we worked hard all season for it. So hopefully,
Who y'all playing?
So the JV's playing Lanier, the freshman team's playing the Warriors, and the big game is our Aggie varsity's playing Columbia. So
There you go.
There's some
That's gonna
good
be a real
games
good
this
game.
week. If Saturday, if you want to come out and check out our organization.
Appreciate the invite. Y'all make sure, right?
Yes, Sonny. Oh my gosh, Juan.
That's what you said I could do.
Delete it. You ain't Grant Cardone.